Hi, welcome to General Physics 2, Physics 212. This is a video, a quick video to give you an introduction to the class and for you to familiarize with the tools that we are going to be using. So let me start by introducing myself. My name is Manuel Valera and I'm a physics faculty in the Physics and Engineering department at SRU. I've been teaching there for quite a few years now. Probably most of you know me. If you took Physics 3 with me, then so you know me already. So the best way to contact me is by email. So feel free to email me anytime you have a question. However, if you email me after hours, after 4 o'clock, sometimes I might not be able to get back to you on time. So be aware of that. Other than that, email is the easiest way to contact me. And feel free to ask any questions. So my purpose with this class is to make it as comfortable for you as possible. So the purpose of this video is, like I said, to give you a quick introduction to the course. So let me start by showing you the D2L page, which is your main start for all things happening in the course. So this is our D2L page. Here you're going to see some announcements. These are going to be moving as we go along. You're going to have updates and due dates here. And this link here is important. We'll talk about this in a little bit. So the textbook. The textbook is this one here. Is this textbook. This is the second edition, right? So you can buy the third or the fourth edition. So the fourth edition is the most expensive one. So I don't know if you want to really buy that. So this would be this still the second edition. Let me see. Okay. Here, I think I can click here, and then this is the second edition. This would be the fourth edition, the newest edition. This is quite a bit expensive. If you buy it used, it'll be roughly $100. If you buy the second edition, it'll be less than that. You can also buy the third edition. So new is 174, used is 110, and then so you can buy the third edition is also a little cheaper, so you can also buy that if you want. So the book is mostly for reading. So the homework and all your assignments are going to come from the fourth edition, but they are going to be on Mastering in Physics. So you actually don't need to have the book. And any book in physics that have the same material would actually work for this class. So now let me go back to our D2L page. And then let's talk about Mastering Physics. If you see this link here, this is your link to the online system. Some of you might be familiar with this if you took Physics 3 with me. If you click here, you are going to go into Mastering Physics, and then this is where you're going to find your homework, some labs, and the exams. So we'll talk about the exam and homework in a little bit. So let's go through the syllabus quickly. So we go here to content, and now syllabus, and then so actually before we talk about the syllabus, Zoom link. So if you go in syllabus, there is this little submodule here, and if you click here, this is a link to Zoom that is going to be used for all communications through Zoom in the class. So all the lectures, office hours, and exams are going to be through this link. So you just need to come here and click it, and then you'll be redirected to Zoom. And make sure you have Zoom working on your computer. If you don't have that, please talk to the IT department. So the syllabus is down here, so please read the syllabus. It's important. There is some important information there. So let's go through that quickly. So this is an online class, but it's a synchronous class. That means we'll be meeting live. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 1 to 2 p.m. Sorry, from 10 to 10:50 p.m. The lectures from Monday and Friday are optional, so on demand. So if you need to meet with me, I'll be available during those times. On Wednesday, I'll be online and you'll be required to attend. So I'll be solving problems and answering questions on Wednesday. My office hours are going to be every day on that Zoom link from 1 to 2 p.m. or also by appointment. So you can, if you cannot be here at any time, so then we can schedule an appointment and then we can quickly have a meeting. So this again is the link, and this is my link ID, but this one here should work fine. So you need the textbook. Well, you don't need the textbook. You need a textbook to read. It could be the fourth, the third, or the second edition. They are very similar. Some of the chapters change, the chapter numbering change and the names, but ask me if you have any questions. And then, so you need, this is very important, mastering online homework. So you probably want to buy that through the link on D2L. Here we have a quick course description, student outcomes. The other thing that is important here, homework, right? Homework is going to be given to you every week. There's going to be roughly 10 to 20 problems, maybe more than 20 sometimes, but that does. And so you're going to have a weekly homework, and there are going to be exams, and we'll talk about the exams in a little bit. They need a little more explanation. And there's also a lab attached to this. So the lab handout is going to be on D2L, sometimes with videos, and sometimes I will provide data for you. So the clear explanations for the labs are going to be given on time. And then the lab instructor will be available to you to answer questions and help you work through the problems, and he'll let you know what is the best way to contact. There's also going to be tutoring that is being worked out, and I'll let you know when we have a better information on that. So the class is going to have 3 exams and a final. So each exam is 17%, the final is 24%, the homework is 10%, and the labs are 15%. So there's no late assignments accepted. So labs or homework, if they are late, well, you get 0 for that. So just plan accordingly. All right, so now let's go and talk about the structure of the class. If you click here on content on D2L, you're going to get to a page. Your page is gonna look different because this is the instructor page, but basically you're going to have a weekly module. So everything is going to be structured by weeks. And so every week you're going to have these 4 things to look at. You're going to have lectures. So lectures where the concepts are explained and things are talked about. We are going to have a session with practice problems. Sometimes these are written problems. Sometimes there's going to be videos where I solve the problem. Sometimes there will be videos from other sites that I'm going to link to the page. I particularly like Khan Academy. They do a really good job explaining. Then you're going to have the lab, and the material for the lab is going to be available here. And then, so every week you'll have a handout, and then there's going to be videos, maybe some data attached with the video, and so on. And finally, there's going to be a homework. This is just a placeholder for the homework. There's nothing here actually other than the due date. But the homework, to get there, you need a master in physics. There's also going to be the exams the exams are going to be one during the 3rd week, after the 3rd week, another one about the 8th week, and the last one roughly during the 10th week, and the final during final weeks. So here is the structure, right? So these are the lectures for the first week. Then you have some problems for the second week. I'm still working on this, also that there's going to be some more material coming. The labs handout here and the homework here. So let's talk about the exams. For the exams, you're going to use Mastering in Physics. So the exam is going to be given on Mastering Physics. But there are two things that are important, and I'll give these instructions again when the exam comes. One is that the exam is going to be synchronous. It's going to be on Wednesdays at 10 o'clock, and you'll have you have to be online. You have to have your Zoom on, and I have to see you working on the exam. So the exam is going to open at 10, and it's going to close after the time expires, and you'll have roughly about an hour or two, depending on the type of exam, to solve the exam. So you need to write everything down, although the answers will come through Mastering Physics. You need to write everything down. After the exam is finished, you'll have an hour to scan your material and post it to a Dropbox. There's going to be a Dropbox for the exam, right? Where here you're going to, I haven't created them yet, but here there's going to be a Dropbox for the exam where you're going to post your scan written work. The reason I do that is because two reasons: to avoid cheating, which happens sometimes, unfortunately, and to help you out if you think you got more points, then I can see your work and I can see where you make a mistake and make a decision whether I could give you more points or not during the exam. So it's in your best interest to write everything down and to do a good job and submit it to the Dropbox. If you don't submit the written notes to the Dropbox, to the written exam to the Dropbox, then you won't get any credit for the exam. So the lab has a handout. You have to finish the handout. You have to complete the handout. Then you have to scan it and upload it to the Dropbox. So one comment that I'm going to make, so please, when you upload material to the Dropbox, just upload just one file. So if you need to take pictures, it's fine, but then put the pictures in a Word document and then upload that Word document. Don't just upload 10, 20 pictures, because it makes everything messy to work with after that. So I think I went through everything. So again, I'll be available for questions during office hours, and I'll be on Monday at 10 o'clock. I'll be available too, and so for you to come in and say hello. And then let me know if you have any questions. Please email me if you have any questions. Thank you and good luck in the course.